everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Monday, July 19th, and happy Monday to you. All right, we have a few meetings we want to tell you about. We've got one that's happening at 9:30 this morning, and that'll be the United Architectural Controls and Standards Committee, and that will be in the boardroom as well as virtual, so you'll be able to follow along. And then at 1:30 this afternoon, we have the GRF Media and Communications Committee, and that will be in the boardroom as well, and also virtual, so you could follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we do have live Diane Johansson, who's here on behalf of the Baby Boomers Club, and of course, they are going to recap the disco night they just had here Saturday, and then they're going to talk about the upcoming Woodstock, which is happening in September. Then we have a Zoom interview with South Orange County Community College District Director TJ Prendergast. And so they tell us all about what's happening with the school year coming up right around the corner. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Warm, very warm today. We are looking at temperatures in the upper 80s, so it is going to be pretty hot. 87, 68. Tomorrow drops down to 83, 68 with a few clouds. Wednesday, 83, 73. Then Thursday, we go back up again, 85, 69. And Friday, 84, 68. So all along this week, we are looking at warm temperatures. And if the sunrise this morning was at 5:55, and our sunset will be at 8 p.m. Thank you, Mark, for sending in this beautiful photo from Jerusalem. We appreciate you sending that in. That is the dome. And if you have a photo you'd like to share of a destination that you would like to go to, or a destination that you have been to, we ask that you send the high-resolution photo, an original photo, if you have hopefully taken that photo. Send it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, stick around. We're going to have Diane with the Baby Boomers Club. Stay tuned.
Introducing Raya's Paradise San Clemente. Boasting a total of 50 luxurious apartments, Raya's Paradise is complete with a multitude of amenities, including a rooftop lounge, restaurant, fitness studio, outdoor courtyards, and beauty salon. Embrace the San Clemente lifestyle with stunning ocean views and the look and feel of a high-end resort. Our doors will be opening soon. Visit us online or call for more information. Raya's Paradise, a tradition of quality care.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we have Diane Johansson here on behalf of the Baby Boomers Club. And just like Ajit, you are so excited. I mean, all of you are so excited. I know.
I know.
It's
We're
nice.
back. We're
I
back.
know. It feels good, doesn't it?
It's fantastic.
And let's recap your disco night that you guys just had. So tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. We had over 400 people. We sold 200 tickets at pre-sale at 1 o'clock in the afternoon before even the evening event. And it was packed. Everyone was laughing, dancing. Everyone's on the stage, carrying away, having so much fun. And just hugging and kissing and acting normal.
I know, it is nice. It
Yes.
is. And we have a couple pictures on there which are absolutely hysterical. Everybody some people wore the afros.
Yes, yeah. It was great.
Did you have like an afro contest or something?
No, we didn't. It would have been a good idea because there was a girl that had one that was this big, and she looked great. But it was black, and she has blonde hair, curly hair, and it was black about this big. It was wonderful. It was so much fun.
I love some of the pictures are showing a neon type of thing. So at night they had some crazy glasses and stuff.
Yeah. And they put little bands that light up, neon things that light up around your neck and so forth.
That's
and just everyone was just just giggling and just wanting to see each other. Everyone's excited to be out and back.
Well, right, and you
yes.
know what? And it's nice to be able to be indoors and outdoors,
Yes.
not having to worry too much. I mean, there's still a little bit of a scare there, but nonetheless, everybody did well and had a good time. So,
and and the wonderful part about this too is everyone loves dancing in the woods.
Right.
And so we have bands planned for the entire rest of this year and next year already, all lined up.
Excellent.
So that'll be fun.
Well, good. Now, Woodstock is coming up. I'm glad you guys found a good date, and that's in September.
Yes.
But, let's go ahead and go through some of that. So you've got, why is it different than last year? Or a couple of years ago?
A couple of years ago, yeah. 2 years ago when we had it a little bit different, and we had a museum with people. There were 10 people that live here in the woods that we knew of that had been to the original Woodstock. So we had them in a museum with all kinds of memorabilia and fun stuff. And we had a breakfast before with bagels and cream cheese and stuff for early setup and so forth. I took over 2 years ago, so I like to think out of the box. And so going out of the box, we did those things, which was fun. We had 1,200 people 2 years ago at Woodstock, and it's the most they've had. And then last year, of course, it was a disappointment, so we had to change and go out of the box again this year, so we're going to have a beer and wine garden. GRF's going to put it on. It's going to be on the back patio, and we'll have that, and we'll have dancing. A band will be back there, and they'll be dancing and eating and maybe pizza as well. And so that's how we're changing it up this year, and changing our vendors and things like that. So it's a little bit different, and we're going to be going from 2 to 9:30, Lisa, and it's continuous music, non-stop, from 2 to 9:30.
And is it all the music that is from that era, or are you going all over the map?
Pretty much that era.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to use the bands. People love the Laguna Woods bands, and so we'll be having them in Clubhouse too.
Okay.
And then we have 3 bands big bands that will be out on the outside patio that will be playing as well. And so when one's not playing, the other one will be playing. And we've got some little girls that are going to run around with little flower children with signs telling them when to come in and when to go out and so forth.
I love it. I love it. Now, you said that there's going to be different kinds of vendors. So what kind of vendors? It's mostly crafts?
Craft vendors, we have one that I was over there yesterday, and she makes a lot of her own jewelry, and she'll have feather jewelry and all kinds of bracelets and necklaces and stuff. And she's got the ones when you put on the toe and go around your ankle. She's making a bunch of those for the people and so forth, so we'll have that one. Another one is a fella who sells all kinds of things for $10 only. So he sells all kinds of hats and sunglasses and T-shirts and all this for $10. So he has all the stuff for that. We saw him at the marketplace over there by Macy's.
Oh, yeah.
And recruited him to come to our Woodstock.
Nice.
So we're having a few vendors like that, and then we'll have a few sponsors.
Okay.
Not as many this year because they want more room to dance in Clubhouse too.
I love it. Now, when it comes to buying things from these folks, do they need to have cash only?
Yes, they should have cash, and the cash will be for the beer and wine. It will be for any of the vendors that are there, the craft vendors. But we're having free face painting. Everyone loves to get their face and their legs painted, even your belly button. Who cares? You know what you paint anyway. Have that, and then we're having our photo booth back, which was really popular 2 years ago. And they give you a 4x6 glossy picture, and it spits it right out there. After he'll take your picture, and then he'll give you the prints right there on the spot. And it's all those are all free.
That's nice.
And then we're having free ice cream.
And free ice cream.
Yes, we're going to go around and deliver ice cream outside in the grass area throughout the entire event.
Oh, that's nice. Now
So,
you could have more than 1,200 this time. So how are you going to handle parking?
We're using security this year. We're using some of our community people.
Yes.
Security here from the woods, and we're going to use them as well, so that will help monitor that. So we've got a better system this year than we did 2 years ago, and we're anticipating that this year and anticipating what to do and how to work nicely. The best thing to do, if people can, really, is to park at either the community center or at Sylvester Senior Center by Big Lots, because we have buses, and these shuttle buses will be moving every 20 minutes, taking people to and from about 1 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night.
That is awesome.
So
that is
that'll help alleviate a lot of the traffic, and of course they can park over in 7, you know, and this Clubhouse 7 area, parking area, and walk across the street.
Okay.
So not much parking inside of
no. Well, you
Clubhouse
said
2
you'd
area.
cut back because you wanted to have more dancing, which I think is great.
Yes.
So good. I'm glad you can take care of that. Now, one last thing. You've got some T-shirts in front of you. Let's talk about those real quick.
Oh yes, if people want to make their own things, and you know, you can do that. This is made out of ice dyeing. I made this shirt, and you take soda ash, which you can buy anywhere. You take a T-shirt, cotton, you need natural cotton, silk, or linen.
Okay.
And you just take this and soak it in there for an hour, then wring it out, put it in a pan that you get at dollar store, those with roasting pans.
Yeah.
Put it in there, put ice all on top of it, okay, and then take dry dye, powder dye, and just sprinkle.
Oh, you don't have to put the rubber bands on it anymore?
Not yet. No. You can on this if you want to. You can do that, and it'll make a swirly design, or you don't have to, because this design.
Because it looks great.
And then I took this. I cut the neck off, cut the sleeves, cut the bottom.
Wow.
And then I put cute little ribbons on it as well.
Fancy.
But it's just so fun to do, and it's so simple.
Yeah.
And I did another shirt where I just did all orange, dye here, yellow here, and purple in the middle, and you can make your own designs. And then this is even simpler for people that really want to do something simple. This is bleach. A black T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Just a plain black T-shirt you can buy anywhere.
Yeah.
And then this is where you do it. You take your rubber band, you squish an area.
Right.
You just take the rubber band, you go around it. Take a bottle of bleach, and all you do is
dip
go.
it in.
You
just spray it. Okay,
and then
cool.
spray anywhere you want on your shirt, and
Awesome.
all this will come out like this.
That's
any way
great.
that you do it. So these are very, very simple things that people can do in order to get all dressed up and act fun.
Absolutely.
At Woodstock.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the information.
Yeah.
Good luck. I look forward to hearing all about it.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be fantastic. And everyone should come, because the fact that you want to be there, because you're going to hear about it later and be sorry if you don't show up. So we expect everyone in Laguna Woods to show up this year. And COVID people that are conscious still, Passive Park, which is a green area on the side, there's plenty of room to set up their little pop-ups and their blankets and their chairs, and be separated if they don't want to mingle with everyone else.
Perfect. They can still listen to the music.
That's right.
All right, Diane. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, we'll be right back with the South Orange County Community College District, so stay tuned.
That went fast.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by TJ Prendergast, who is here on behalf of the South Orange County Community College District. Well, TJ, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So we were just kind of talking off camera, trying to understand whether things are going to go back to normal at many of the colleges. And well, we're hopeful that they will sort of get back to normal. It sounds like you're kind of on your way. Is that what we're experiencing?
Yeah, the presidents of both college, in conjunction with the chancellor, are working toward trying to get things back to reopened in-person classes, while at the same time maintaining safe guidelines and proper protocols for both the students and staff well-being.
Yeah, that's good to know. And I know that it's been a troublesome last several months, but nonetheless, it looks like we're kind of headed in the right direction. Something interesting now, many schools have kind of gone through their commencement modifications. I like this one. It's carmencements. I love it.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Those were a lot of fun. I mean, in the sense that, we were able to see the students and the students were able to see us. We received a lot of positive feedback about how it almost made it more personable because each student got a little bit more time to get recognized as they went through the whole line, because there were staff members all along the route, but it did really give them a way to celebrate in a more personal way.
Yeah, I love that. And it's interesting because you're right. When you sit in a big arena and you just have your one little, statement, and you're sitting there waiting for everybody else. maybe this is going to be a new trend.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad, but we'll see. But yes, it was quite enjoyable to go through both of them. And they also did the virtual one for anyone who couldn't make it.
Right.
And so that was nice as well. But the idea of being able to celebrate them in that way, it's funny, they say that you when you think back to your graduation, all you remember is it was on a football field. It wasn't all that special in many ways, but I think these students are going to remember their commencement for a long time. Exactly. Well, I'm glad that you were able to honor them in a very special way. Now, looking towards fall, you are going to be reopening. So tell me a little bit about how it might have changed since they've been back, prior to COVID. Well, certainly there's still going to be online offerings, but more in line with the way things were before COVID. We already had online classes available. I think there will be more of them than there were before, but from emeritus to certificates to transfer students, they'll all be able to start transitioning toward a more traditional college experience, and I think that's all very important. With the vaccinations, it certainly has changed. The CDC guidelines that came out, the state guidelines, those are all things that our presidents and chancellor are considering and making their decisions. Okay. They're not wanting to put anybody at risk, but at the same time, move toward that reopening with in-person classes. Vaccinations are strongly recommended. So, ultimately, while it's still in its approval stages, once it moves past the emergency approval, there will be discussions. Don't know where those discussions will go, but there will be discussions on whether or not vaccines for COVID become on the same list, equivalent to, a TB test and the mumps, measles. We don't know. We don't know whether that's going to become a mandated thing or not. Right. There are certain groups that obviously want that to happen, and there are certain groups that obviously don't want that to happen. So we'll have to weigh all that when the time comes. But at this point in time, they're not mandated. They're just strongly recommended. So when we talk about the reopening, and many organizations, not just yourself, are saying, okay, well, you're kind of on your honor system, if you will. So are you going to ask that no matter what the situation is, you're going to have masks, or are you going to go on the honor system? Well, at this point, we're not going to require masks outdoors. If they are indoors, it's reasonable to say, okay, if you're vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask, but it's still maybe a better way to make sure, because you don't know who in the class is vaccinated and who isn't, and you can't necessarily guess who's wearing a mask because they aren't or are, and vice versa. Are they not wearing a mask because they are or they aren't? So the easiest thing to do is to try and make it consistent. Right. Yes, challenges for everyone, I'm sure. So let's go back to your vaccination efforts. Now, tell me a little bit about some of the things you guys have been doing on campus. So back in April and May, there were vaccination opportunities at the campuses. We were fortunate enough to be called upon by the county and other agencies to take part in helping distribute vaccines. So some of the trustees were able to do that. Mm-hmm. I myself, unfortunately, was not, because I was still teaching. But they were able to come and help administer the Moderna vaccines on the campuses at the student health centers. So that was kind of our institution's, our district's effort to take part in promoting the vaccines. They're still being offered by appointments in June at the wellness centers. So, and they're going to continue to try and promote that, not only to students and staff, but the idea is that the general public would need to all kind of be in tune with that as well. Mm-hmm. So we have incentives for getting vaccinated. Okay. They're doing weekly drawing from June 28th to August 30th with the Get Vax program. Mm-hmm. Get the Vax, sorry. Prizes awarded to winning students will provide proof of COVID vaccine the preceding week. They include AirPods, iPads, bookstore credit, up to $300 values. So the students will have an opportunity to be in that with just proof of vaccination, whether they get it at the facilities on campus or not. They just have to show the proof.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And then this is interesting. So Saddleback College was awarded a very nice grant.
Yes. So, $103,000 grant is a good promotion to help a very, very needed program in our area, with real estate market going the way it is, still trending upward. Mm-hmm. Houses being built almost everywhere you look. Yeah. So getting a real estate education center grant at the statewide level is very, very much a positive recognition of the work being done already, and to help continue that work.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you're right. Real estate is such a crazy time right now, and any help, I think, would be welcome to anyone to try and understand what is going on and how you can actually, participate. So that's awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are, well on your way to getting back to somewhat of a normalcy, and you're also still providing all of the great things that you have over time. So that's great. Now, in terms of, maybe fundraising or that kind of thing, are you still actively doing that?
So certainly the foundations at both institutions are, trying to get back to their normal fundraising efforts. They typically have a gala every year. The last couple of years, those have been virtual. So they are moving toward having those fundraising galas in person again, and that will be exciting. They still manage to get a lot of good return on their efforts. As far as that fundraising for scholarships they were still able to give out a significant number of scholarships, as they have every year. Yeah. So while it hasn't been perfect, it's been a good thing to some sense.
Great. Well, that's awesome. Well, I really appreciate the information. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back after this.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Welcome back. Our movie for today is the original Footloose, starring Kevin Bacon, a very fun event. And since we've been talking all about dancing, you just might get up and dance to this one. You can catch that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. And just a reminder that Wednesday is the drive-through food bank that's being held at the St. Nicholas Catholic Church, and you can do that between 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can contact 949-609-8574. And then also just to remind you that there are going to be auditions for the Old Pros. They've got their Moonshine Mystery, that is a country and western musical comedy, and it will be filmed in November, but the auditions are being held July 21st at Clubhouse 1, and that's from 9 a.m. to 12 in the main lounge, and then in the art room from 2 to 4. Callbacks will be the next day, so you will want to get in touch with oldpros.org for that opportunity to audition. And then I just wanted to remind you that at 10 o'clock today, we do bring back our beloved Trading Post, and that will be all Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m., and that is live. And of course, if you are looking to sell something, you can always fill out the form online at lagunawoodsvillage.com. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time before we head on out for our happy Monday. Weather's looking quite warm all week, and we are hitting a high of about 87 today, so it is going to be warm. Tomorrow, 83-68, Wednesday, 83-73, Thursday, 85-69, and Friday, 84-68 to start that weekend off. And as we go throughout the week, we'll have more information for you on the weather. Have a great Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
At Laguna Woods Dental Care, our goal is to serve and provide dental services to the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is currently specializing in senior dental care at USC School of Dentistry. Here at Laguna Woods Dental Care, we are up to date with the latest technology. Our top priority is your overall wellness, ensuring your current medications do not affect your oral health. We offer an affordable membership plan that includes cleanings and deep cleanings if recommended. We're located outside Gate 3. Call us today.
The condominiums at the Towers in Laguna Woods Village offer 7 spacious floor plans, unforgettable views, convenient bus transportation, and a new experience in independent, carefree senior living. Our beautiful hotel-style environment offers nightly 4-course dinner service, bi-weekly housekeeping, and a wide variety of activities. Also for your convenience, our 24-hour concierge, 24-hour maintenance services, and on-site management. Experience elevated living at its finest.
Are you undergoing infusion therapy? You now have a choice. Infusion for Health is a specialty infusion center that expertly cares for patients with chronic conditions. Our brand new facility in Laguna Hills takes patient care to the next level. Relax in your private suite with refreshments and on-demand entertainment. We offer 7 convenient locations. We accept Medicare, PPO, and HMO. Call today to get started.